Hey, it's LiAngelo Ball. I think my best play from this season was probably against the Mad Ants when I did my step back. It just reminded me of my old moves that I used to do, so that's why it made me happy.
So you guys, I want to bring out this video on LiAngelo Ball and talk about a few things such as his new girlfriend and also his new contract he just signed with the Charlotte Hornets. So we all know Gelo is currently 23 years old. Just recently he just signed a new deal with the Charlotte Hornets, which is a 1-year non-guaranteed contract. We also know that he played last season with the Charlotte Hornets G League team, which is called the Greensboro Swarm. Throughout 28 games, they averaging 13 minutes. Gelo was putting up 4 points, 1 rebound, shooting 40 field goal percentage, and shooting 36% from the 3-point line. So as you can see, just looking at Gelo's G League stats, he was playing okay. I know a lot of people were talking down on him just because he was only averaging 4 points a game. But when you think about it, he was only playing 13 minutes. In some games, he would play less than that. But honestly, one thing that I did realize about Gelo, every time when he gets on the court, he will always contribute and score the ball. So just think about it. Once he starts to average more minutes on the court, he's definitely going to start bringing up his stats. And that's what we all been waiting for, including Gelo himself. Because when you think about it, every time when you see Gelo on the bench, he always got his head down or he's shaking his legs or something like that, just waiting to get in the game because he know he should not be on the bench. And on top of that, Gelo is like a microwave player. Once he gets in the game, he's going to shoot the ball open or not. And one thing that I did realize about Gelo, once he ends up making his first shot, he's going to be hot. He's going to be hot throughout most of the game because he already gained his confidence off of that one shot. And we all know how LiAngelo Ball is. Honestly, once he ends up making a shot, the whole crowd goes wild. So of course, it boosts up his confidence. It just makes him want to shoot the ball even more. He has all the confidence in the world, including all the fans has his back on top of that. But honestly, I did realize he can get real cold as well, because if Gelo ends up shooting the ball multiple times and missing all of them, he's going to keep missing his shots, you know what I mean? And that's like really the only downfall about him. He can become really ice cold real quick. If he's not making his shots, he's going to be straight cold. So that's why he be cold throughout the entire game, including sometimes he'll be hot and they still put him on the bench. Definitely when he was competing in the summer league, we all know he played 2 seasons in the summer league. So back in 2021, throughout 5 games, Gelo averaged 17 minutes and also was putting up 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, shooting 37 field goal percentage and shooting 34% from the 3-point line. As you can see, that year he was actually playing good. But one thing that I did realize about that year, even when he was having good games, they were still sitting him on the bench. And the very next year in the summer league was even worse. He already missed 2 games due to health and safety protocols. And once he came back, he played the last 3. He only averaged 11 minutes and he was putting up 6 points, 2 rebounds, shooting 44 field goal percentage and shooting 18% from the 3-point line. So he was on the bench throughout most of the summer league, definitely this year. So that's the main thing I'm talking about. He's always on the bench. He just got to improve himself more so he can get more playing time and actually show out. Now let's talk about what's going on behind the scenes. So it seems like Gelo got a new girlfriend after breaking up with his ex, Ebony. Her name is Miss Nikkii, baby. I know some of y'all heard about her. Her real name is Nikkii Madariz. She's also known as the Plastic Boss. She's currently 31 years old, which is 8 years older than Gelo, and she also was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And it seems like Gelo really do like her because just recently, right after he signed with the Charlotte Hornets, Nikkii decided to go on Instagram, and she was on her Instagram story just showing roses that Gelo bought her. She put in the caption, "I love you, the love of my life," and she put the heart eyes. Then right after that, she then posted a quote saying, "I love you with my whole heart." Then she posted Gelo on her story with a picture back in August of 2021. So that must have been her favorite picture of him. So right after that, I kid you not, guys, she then posted a video on her Instagram story with her and Gelo making out. And she put in the caption, "Mine with the heart eyes and black heart." So right after she decides to post that video of her and Gelo making out, she then decides to throw shots at his exes. And this is what she said. She said, "And let's be clear, I'm very private with my love life, but I'm open with my relationship because my man don't want y'all so girls. Please do not even try and embarrass yourself. It ain't going to happen." That's me. So you already know she definitely throwing shots at Ebony, Jaden, and all of his other exes, including the girls that actually do want Gelo, because she now is in the picture and she feel like she's number one. So of course she just flexing Gelo off to the world, just telling everybody, yeah, he's mine, he's on my side, y'all ain't taking him, it ain't going to happen, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just so funny because every girl that Gelo decides to go public with, they always show him off and try to hold him as a prize. I mean, I don't blame him because he is LiAngelo Ball, you know what I mean? He's famous and everything, but it's really crazy, man. Gelo definitely got that sauce, you guys. And I peeped Shade Room posted it as well because Nikkii used to be on Love and Hip Hop, and honestly, I didn't know nothing about this relationship until my subscribers was tagging me in the post. But when you look on her Instagram, right, it seems like Gelo has been liking her pictures since July. And he also made a comment on one of her pictures and said, "My fave person." And she responded to him and said, "At Gelo, mine." So as you can see, yo, she in love with Gelo. She's in love with him for real. And it's basically the same thing with Ebony. It just, honestly, the only difference is that Nikkii is 31 years old. So she's way older than Gelo. Of course, she already been through a lot of her life and everything. So she probably already used to this. She already know what's up. But Gelo needs to understand this could go real left and she can start acting crazy. Just like all the other ones, you know, if things don't go in her favor. Because looking at her Instagram story, she already posting a whole bunch of quotes. You know what I mean? Just talking about a whole bunch of stuff already. And honestly, it is kind of weird to me how she decides to go public with their relationship right after he decides to sign that new contract with the Charlotte Hornets. That is kind of interesting because nobody knew about these two, including the Shade Room. They even posted it as well. But the only reason why the Shade Room posted it is because she posted that video of her making out with Gelo and she put mine. But all I'm saying is it's just really funny how she decides to post that right after he signed that contract. And now Gelo is like the main focus on social media. Everybody got their eyes on him again. It's like she wants the attention as well. And as you can see, she's getting it because like I said, Shade Room posted it. And on top of that, I'm making a video talking about her now when I didn't know nothing about her as well. So she's doing it right, as you can see. But Gelo definitely got to keep his eyes open because that is funny. That is real funny how now Gelo and Nikkii is together right after he signed his contract with the Charlotte Hornets. And it seems like they already had something going on because like I said, Gelo has been liking her pictures since July. And now that it's September, she's now deciding to go public with their relationship. So of course, they definitely already had some stuff going on the low. But all I'm going to say is stay tuned throughout these next 6 months and let's see what's going to happen. And I know you guys remember when LiAngelo signed a 1-year non-guaranteed deal with the Detroit Pistons back in December of 2020. Honestly, it's the same contract that he's on with the Charlotte Hornets right now. The only difference was back then he was in training camp with the Detroit Pistons and they put him on an Exhibit 10 contract because he was competing for a two-way contract against other guys as well. We all know having a two-way contract, you can play up to 45 games in the NBA season. But Gelo got waived before the season even started during training camp. So honestly, the same thing can happen with him being on the Charlotte Hornets. They can waive him off the team before the season even starts once again. And if that ends up happening again, I'm going to be so upset. I really hope Gelo can at least stay on the team. We definitely want to see him play on the court as well once the season starts, but we all know his situation. Most likely he's going to be on the bench, but he has to show out in order to get more playing time. I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you press the notification button. T-Gang, we out.